I've been missing a few posts. I've got some footage, but it's not really that interesting. So I have been having a problem uploading it because I don't want to lose any more subscribers. People get mad when they get bored. They unsubscribe. I feel bad. So don't put up boring stuff and people won't unsubscribe. I guess that's the trick to life. Right. We're taking a little bit of a jump here in time. I've been back to Gustavus. I've done my drone job. And now I'm back at Arcturus. And there was stuff that happened in between when you saw the last thing and now. And frankly, it's not really worth going into. I'll maybe show something later, but for now, we're just dealing with the weather, and we're dealing with finding more rot, and we're dealing with lots of rain and wind, and you'll see what I end up doing later. Sometimes it's really beautiful here. And sometimes it's a challenge just to stay here because the wind, and last night the rain, this morning the rain, and then I just realized it's Friday the 13th. Not that I'm superstitious or anything, but especially about Friday the 13th, it's actually a good thing, but you'll have to look into that for yourself. Right now I'm beautifying Arcturus. See that wonderful tar job? Everybody's got to have a tar job on their mask. And then there's the plastic job. I'm about to get a little bit more technical with the plastic job. I'm actually going to take that tarp and I'm going to screw it to just underside the windows right here. This whole thing is compromised. This is compromised. I had a bad morning. Maybe I'll let you see a little bit of that, but you didn't get to see any of it because I was busy. The reason I was busy is because it was raining on my bed, and it was raining on my workbench, and it was raining on my clothing, and it was raining into Arcturus because there was this giant storm. Right now it's pretty calm comparatively, but it was dripping from underneath there, all these little holes, and even that thing was dripping. And the mast has cracks in it, it's rotten, and it was pouring water down inside of it, and there was water pouring down in the windows, and I had that patched up with some plumber's putty, which kind of helped. And now there's some fancy schmancy clear, put it on when it's wet, and good luck getting it off again. Caulking. And then it's beautifying the frame there and sealing here because water was coming in under pressure at high velocity and going along here and dripping inside, and it would go down below. And maybe that combined with this seam right here was open, and maybe it was allowing water to get in there. Anyway, I was ready to give up. I was seriously ready to give up. But it helps to talk to people sometimes. And I don't know, could be worse things to deal with. Maybe this is one of those small challenges. Down below, I'm putting the bed back over there in the bow because I need to sleep there tonight because it won't drip on me. That's the only place in the boat that wasn't dripping. Instead of a bottom-up restoration, it's going to be a top-down restoration. Actually, I should do both at the same time, but I can only do one thing at a time. This is proving to be very challenging. But the most challenging part of all of it is keeping my strength and fortitude and going forward with the plan. Even though there's not much of a plan. It's like, fix Arcturus. Take Arcturus to Gustavus. Do something with Arcturus while in Gustavus. Yeah, that's the plan, right? Well, we have to get it there in somewhat of a solid, not soggy situation, and that's what I'm working on. So, despite it being Friday the 13th, maybe today helps me get a little bit more resolve to do this, to make it. and to make it sure it gets done right, or at least good enough for the next decade or two. We'll see about that. I'm going to be the first to admit this is not the prettiest job in the world, but I think it'll work. Allowing for water to go off the side, not pool up too much. Supported there, flops around a little bit, and there's going to be water getting in, but that's not the point. The point is keeping the blasting water from going under there and getting into that beam, because that transfers water under the floor and into the back safe area. That's probably going to be okay for now. So in other words, I now have a place to call home. I can actually, maybe I'm going to test it. I'm going to sleep in the bow tonight, because that was dry during the deluge. But I think this is going to probably work for now. And then when we start fixing things, we'll rip it all out and fix the problems. I'm not worried about the holes, okay? Because the deck leaks anyway. So I'll fix it with stuff. Quit complaining.